Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 12 of the final season of Stargirl. This is our penultimate episode. You know, we revealed that Jordan and the Ultra Humanite are working together at the end of last episode, on top of his resurrection and him coming out and trying to seemingly make amends, though that seems to be completely contradicted by the end of the episode, unless that's just another red herring of the season. It's an interesting turn to take, and to have only this next episode and the final episode to kind of bring things together, on top of the fact that we didn't see Rick at all since all of this has happened, since that confrontation with him at Beth's post onslaught of the Mahkent home. So yeah, we got to resolve that too. So yeah, it's an interesting place to be in, man. It's a weird feeling to be where we're at as well, like. But what are we going to do? Let's go ahead and hop in and see what happens. So if you guys want to see the full-length reaction, remember you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. It is in watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes and reaction to the entire thing. You'll get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, or trying to make it worth your while, since you are going to way support the channel. But of course, I know how we can do that. And a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way helping us grow here on YouTube. But guys, with that said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 12. Here we go. Los Angeles, decades ago. Ooh.
When I look into your beautiful eyes, I see an actor always acting. When the cameras are rolling, I see a woman hiding, pretending to be something she's not. Show me who you truly are.
You really saw me in here, didn't you? That's unfortunate.
Oh my god.
You dropped your trophy.
Dr. Eden.
Wow.
Given the JSA and our inevitable confrontation, I've been making a few improvements of my own.
Oh yeah, we still have Cindy's storyline to work out too.
I could do the same for you.
No. I have another idea in mind.
Or out of mind. I love this, that little old-timey intro. Chapter 12, The Last Will and Testament of Sylvester Pemberton. Oh God. That started off as an actual stutter, and then it turned into a bit.
Said he had a few things to do. He'll be back soon.
We have to find him.
Well, he didn't take the staff.
Hey.
What do you want, Mr. Pemberton?
Just seeing how you're holding up.
Oh, is he gonna try to recruit her for vengeance?
If you want to honor your parents, go to college.
Wow.
Be the star that they raised you to be.
So Jordan McHale just gets a pass?
Hell no. I'm gonna kill him for you.
All right, never mind. Is it like bidding him to keep it on now? Or is that just his own mind playing tricks on him. Oh, wow. Man, instant withdrawals. Oh God, he's become dependent on it. That's awful, man.
When this is all over, go find someone like yourself. Someone worthy of taking one of these mantles on for their own. Keep my friend's legacies alive.
You're talking to us like we're never gonna see you again.
I'll catch up with you guys later.
Yeah, I doubt that, but
Thunderbolt, I wish you would take me, Mike, and Cindy to the labs that has what we're looking for. Oh.
that was way too vague, buddy.
Okay, I've tried to be diplomatic about this, but it's not your choice to make. It's mine.
You need our help.
Don't you get it? I don't want your help. Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean, look at you. You put a bunch of kids in harm's way just to make yourself feel important.
That's just not true.
Yes, it is. And the only reason they respect you is because they weren't there to see what an ineffectual loser S.T.R.I.P.E really was.
Wow, what the fuck?
You know you're a laughingstock? You were the joke of the entire JSA. You distracted me during the most important fight of my life, and you got me killed, Pat! I'm not gonna let it happen again.
Wow.
You're no hero. Not then, and not now. You are just a sidekick.
Dude, clock him in the jaw. Fuck you. No one talks to Pat like that.
You heard us?
All of it. When Brainwave came after me, it was Pat who saved me. And when Cindy hurt me, it was Pat who got me to the hospital. And when my dad came to take that locket and I was absolutely crushed, Pat was there for me too. He's been there for me every time I've ever needed him. You're not my hero, Starman. Pat Dugan is my hero. I was so disappointed when I found out you weren't my father, but I thank God every day that Pat is.
I need the staff.
Fuck you.
I'm not giving it to you. Cosmo?
No. You say?
No.
You may have swayed the staff to yourself before. But deep down, you know it belongs to me.
Wow, he's
Don't
just...
worry
Cosmo, you hearing this?
about it. I'll be
You're
back after I
sentient.
take your bicycle.
The fuck?
Stop.
Sorry, kid.
Dude, fuck off. My only hope is he's doing all this to keep them from being part of the battle, knowing that they would try no matter what to help him. I'm hoping he's just being like the asshole to keep them at arm's length so they don't get hurt. That's all I'm hoping. Because otherwise, I fucking hope he dies again.
Or by one of my dad's labs. Jakeem, I think you did it. Let's go, idiot.
Well, damn.
See? I did it. Did what exactly? That's what I want to know.
Oh no, you motherfucker.
Sylvester. That's what happened. He did this? Yeah, I walked in, he went flying off like a witch on a broomstick. See, he's lost his mind. Maybe maybe that's what he wants you to think. Just maybe Sylvester is doing to you what you did to little Dugan when Eclipso was prancing around Blue Valley. You told Mike to meet you when S.T.R.I.P.E was fixed, knowing good and well it wouldn't be. You lied to him to protect him.
Rather we hate him than have us get hurt. Sylvester's gonna get himself killed.
Oh.
I need your help.
Oh. We know. What in the world? Oh, Pat took the flamethrower off and he's just taking it with him. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ice Busters! Sorry, that's all I could think of was a proton pack, man. All I hope is that Pat doesn't die.
Someone's been working in here.
Yeah, it's ultra humanite probably. That's such a cramped space for a giant gorilla, though.
The reason I was brought back from the dead was to fight another man back from the dead. Everything I said back there.
Hey, I know, all right? Forget it. We gotta do this.
Pat's too good, man. Swear to God, if Pat dies, I will not be happy. Oh. It's Dragon King's corpse? Oh, what?
Yeah, but if Dragon King put his lizard brain in the white ape,
Where's...
Ultra Humanite's brain?
Yeah. He's an actor. Oh.
What now? I'll take care of him.
What the fuck? Wow.
Won't this be fun?
How is Cosmo listening still at this point? That doesn't make any sense.
I did some reading. Your father went through the same thing once, and the JSA helped him through it.
Then Sylvester would know the dangers of the limit.
Yeah.
Starman was there. Yeah.
If he was there, he knew what it would do to Rick. Why would he tell him to remove it?
Oh no. Cosmo.
Power down.
What the hell?
How what? Do I control the staff?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Starman.
That's bullshit. That's not a good excuse.
Sorry it has to end like this.
You're not Sylvester.
Oh. Right.
Got
Yes,
lost in the
of course.
character.
Yeah, sometimes I get lost in the role. So, after the operation, did some traveling. I did my research. I talked to almost everyone you knew, from your landlord in Van Nuys,
Oh yeah.
Mike's mom. When I finally made my way to you, I was more than ready to play that role. So,
Wow.
I made myself a victim. With the help of some friends. You brought me into the circle of trust, Pat. You brought me closer to Courtney. And more importantly, to my ultimate prize, the staff. So, I not only bonded with all you, I bonded with it. At the same time, I had to make sure Courtney's friends stayed out of my way, because if anyone saw through my disguise, it would be Cindy Burman. So I use Yolanda to push her away. The way you don't let...
Wow.
It's very Ted. It's good judgment. And then I urged Beth to cut off her parents to keep her distracted. First rule I have, protect the family. And Rick. Rex Tyler's an angry little brute. I mean, we all know what Rex went through before he set a limiter on that hourglass, so... Oh, I'd hate to be Rick right now. He must be in a world of pain. And finally, your son.
I told Mike to go prove he could do what you said he couldn't. And then I put him and his inept friend with the pen in harm's way. That worked out great. It all worked out, and so will the rest of our plan. Want to hear Jordan's endgame, Pat? Pat? Oh. Bye, Pat.
This is so fucked up. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god. That was such a good twist, though. You know, I was still... You know, I was suspicious of him for such a long time. Eventually, it just kind of wore off. I just started to kind of roll with it. Maybe it was the staff, and maybe he was just going to go get himself killed out of his own hubris and need to prove himself and avenge everything or whatever. I thought that was going to be the whole thing that they were going to go on. He definitely sold it to me in the end. Holy crap, man. Jordan, Ultra Humanite in Starman's body, and Dr. Ito in the Ultra Humanite's old. Oh, fuck. Courtney seems to be piecing it together, at least, now that they're talking to Rick. Now that Rick is actually talking about what's going on, they're starting to realize, or at least she's getting the inkling that he would have had to have knowingly done this. But I don't know how that's going to go. And it's still like, just because the Ultra Humanite's brain is in Starman's body, I don't understand, especially because of how it works with Courtney and stuff, like, you know, with the staff and whatnot, like for it to like willingly, because it has a will of its own to an extent. I feel like regardless at this point, it should be able to disobey, especially in this revelation that this isn't actually Sylvester, right? I don't know. It's a little weird, a little odd, but you can still tell it to power off and do this and do that. Damn it, man. That was the performance of a lifetime right there, man. All the lead up, all the research, all the manipulation throughout everything. Like, I knew there were things that were off still. Like, why would he even acknowledge the limiter or bring that up to Rick, knowing what Rick would do with it? At that early on, that was one of those signs. The Beth thing, I thought that was a legitimate set of advice. It made sense, right? You know, you want your parents, you want your loved ones out of danger, not involved with the game. The Yolanda thing just seemed like he was pushing his own agenda, you know, validating himself by validating Yolanda's suspicion of these people who have done wrong in the past. So, like, there's these little things in here and there that always had me swaying back and forth on it. But I like I said, I'll admit it. I lost my suspicion in the last couple of episodes almost completely. Thought there was some other game going on with Jordan and the Ultra Humanite that we didn't necessarily know about. But this was the thing. Wow, man. So much, so many great scenes and just little monologues in this one as well. Honestly, I think this is the best. Once the reveal happened, oddly enough, I think this is the best Joel McHale actually fit in with the role. Like when the facade dropped and, you know, he's coming down about it. Is one of the few times I feel like he truly melted into the character, oddly enough. But yeah, man, you know, Jordan also playing his role, even with Cameron. You know, he could easily, you know, I don't know if he knows, because he wouldn't have been there to know that the grandparents killed them, but I'm sure that they wouldn't have kept that from Jordan at that point, so he probably knows that they killed the teacher. But then putting that blame, like everybody else is, on everything going on the Ultrahumanite is just another game he's playing, even with his own son. So I hope he gets a little bit of a wake-up call once everything comes clean. I got to say, the finale's got to be nuts with all this coming through. I don't know how Rick will be in a fighting state, though, if it comes down to it. Like, I don't know how that will work. Like, because they're trying to get him to take it off right now, help him with that, unless he pushes through and keeps it on. Or maybe he'll take it off. There's enough of a time skip for him to recover a little bit and then put it on for an hour. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that, man. And how much damage he's already done to himself. And Pat, I don't know how. I really don't. But I somebody better find him and dig him up. This series better not end with Pat out of this world after all those lovely little acknowledgments of the relationship they had, but at the same time, that is the same kind of speech you would say when one of these characters is about to disappear forever. And I don't want it. Fuck, man. And it was somebody that was there all through the season. You know, like a proper whodunit. You know, it was there in front of us all along. So that kind of answers my complaint about the first episode, or for the first half of the season, really. Guys, what'd you think of the episode? Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of before you go, want to shout out to channel legends: Manny Sher, Ryan, Karen, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Mark Grace, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, and M. Sephiroth. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this episode, guys. I'll see you next week with the finale of Stargirl. Take care, everybody.